Hi there, you've learned how to deal with positive and negative numbers when you add and subtract, and we've also done some equations where we have to add and subtract to solve. So now I'm going to put the two together and just work through two quick examples. Here's the first one. When I see n plus 19 equals 6, I look at the plus 19 and go, oh, I got to get that out of there because I'm trying to solve for n, so I want to get n by itself on the left side of the equal sign. So I'm going to rewrite it, and I'm going to leave some space because I know I need to do something to get rid of that plus 19. When I look at a plus 19, what will undo addition is subtraction. So what I'm going to do is subtract 19 on both sides. Subtract it on the left, subtract it on the right. All right, on the left, n plus 19 minus 19. Well, 19 minus 19 is 0, so I just end up with n plus 0. But on the right side, notice that I've got a 6 and a minus 19. What you might want to do is change the subtraction to addition. That's the same as 6 plus a negative 19. And 6 plus a negative 19 means I'm going to add a positive number and a negative number. So think back to when we started doing that. I've got a positive 6 as my absolute value here, and a positive 19 as my absolute value here. So over to the side, when I have one of each, 6 and 19, I'm going to subtract the way I normally would, 19 minus 6, and I get 13. So that's my cloud work, my scratch work over to the side. I'm going to write down the 13 here, and then I need to go back and look at my absolute values. 19 is larger than 6, the 19 was negative, so my answer is negative, and the answer to this problem is n equals negative 13. Okay, here's the next problem. My advice, whenever you have minus a negative, is to change it to addition. We've talked about how minus a negative turns into plus plus. So I'm going to rewrite the equation as x plus 10 equals 4. Now that looks familiar. I know that if I have a plus 10, I need to get rid of that. So I'm going to leave some space and then take a look at the plus 10 and decide what to do to get rid of a plus 10. And the answer would be to subtract 10. So when I have 10 minus 10, that gives me 0 on the left, but I also need to make sure that I subtract 10 on the right. So now on the left, I have x plus 0, and on the right, I've got 4 minus 10. All right, again, any subtraction can be written as addition. If it's a single subtraction sign, you make it plus a negative. If it's two subtraction signs, you make it plus plus. So it looks like on this side, I've got plus a negative 10. So if I have a positive 4 and a negative 10, that means I have one of each. I have a positive and a negative. So I need to look at their absolute values. So look at 4 and look at 10. Go over to the side, do the subtraction. 10 minus 4 is 6. When you do the subtraction, always just put the larger number on top and subtract, and I get 6. So I write down the 6, and then I look at the 4 and the 10. Since 10 is larger and it was negative, its sign is going to dominate my answer, and the solution is x equals negative 6.